Yo, welcome to Point of View. It's me, Shar, and
Lloyd.
today's topic will be video gaming as a kid. And I'll start off with Lloyd.
The Atari 2600, a true pioneering console. One of the first home consoles ever. There was one before this one, but it completely sucked. You needed cheese to put on the TV screen, and more than an imagination. But download an emulator for this, and you will not regret it. Or better yet, buy the actual console.
I did.
Yeah, he did.
So I had one of the fucking. I had one as a kid, but I didn't have the cords for it, or no games for it. Fuck my stepdad.
I got one up in the attic somewhere, but I don't think it works anymore. Assuming that the water didn't get it, it's just old and decrepit. But anyway, here's a Nintendo Entertainment System. I was born in 1988. I was pretty much born when this console was getting out of its prime and the Super Nintendo was getting ready to be released years later. I have faint memories of playing this as a kid, and I mostly played Punch-Out and Amagon. So, yes, this is a true classic console. And coming up is a console that I actually grew up with, that my Uncle Tommy actually had. I had a Genesis, and he had a Super Nintendo, and every time I went up to his house, I always played Ultraman or Super Mario World.
I had the Super Nintendo, and I spent 2 years of my life playing Mortal Kombat 2.
But a few years, or not even years after the Super Nintendo's release, was when the big RPG game sweep happened, and that's why I'm more into RPGs, likes of Chrono Trigger, which actually costed $70 when it came out. And I only paid $35 for mine for making a video. I already told a story about that. So, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Final Fantasy 2 and 3, the good 2, not the shitty one. Yes, I hate the one on Origins. I'm sorry. I hate it. It's just horrible.
And the good 3.
And the good 3, yeah. And here's the console that I had as a child.
I had it too.
Yeah, Shire had it too.
Had Sonic 2 on it. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much a Genesis. That's the only thing it really had was Sonic. And I remember there were two Sonic games that you could combine into one and get like an entirely new game out of it. And back in the day, when rentals costed $2, yes, $2, but it was just for 2 days. Yeah, I'm very old.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yes, it was. Not much to say about that. Genesis equals Sonic. That's pretty much it.
Oh, Nintendo 64. Well, there's mine right there.
Yeah, I still have mine, believe it or not. The very first game I ever played for Nintendo 64 was... Well, actually, I played it in a store. It was Donkey Kong 64, I think. But then the very first game I played was Banjo-Kazooie.
I don't remember my first.
I remember Josh's first one. It was Ocarina of Time.
Well, that's what's in mine right now.
It's been there for months. Now, believe it or not, I got a PlayStation before I got an N64.
Same.
So, now the PlayStation had more promising RPGs, which is the main reason I got it. Final Fantasy 7 through 9.
I got my PlayStation on Christmas of '99 with WWF Attitude.
I can't remember what year I got mine in, but I'm pretty positive. I think I got mine in '99 too. I can't quite remember. All I remember was only like a year or two later. By the time I got a PlayStation, they already had the PlayStation 2 released.
Oh yeah. I mostly played Attitude and the SmackDown series.
I don't think I added the PlayStation 2 to the timeline, but it's not really... It didn't play as huge a part of my... That's when I was starting to get older, and I can't game worth the fuck anymore. I can't. Back when I was like 5 years old, I could beat Mike Tyson and Punch-Out. Now I can't even get past the first round with him, so...
Basically, the PS2 is what tied between the PS1 and PS3 era.
Well, you people got Final Fantasy X out of it. Be grateful for that.
Even then, it's an okay game.
Now, here's something that I'm more interested in than anything is portable gaming. portable gaming consoles. I did not own original Game Boy.
I did. I had the big one, the pocket one.
Oh yeah, the big ones. But I think Brian had that one. Oh, I got a Game Boy Color for Christmas, I believe in 2000. It was just a year later I got a Game Boy Advance for Christmas after that. But I remember the first game I played on that was Pokemon Blue.
I played Pokemon Blue on mine back when I got mine in '99.
Well, I played through Red on through Stadium's emulator function, but yeah, Pokemon was the main reason I got the Game Boy Color. And I don't remember why I wanted a Game Boy Advance.
I got mine to play Crystal. I didn't have a color.
Oh yeah, I remember now. It was Golden Sun. Actually, this is one of those things that Josh picked for Christmas. I couldn't think of anything. I let Josh pick where we wanted for Christmas, and yeah, that's what he picked. He picked the Game Boy, and the game to go along with it was Golden Sun, which is a true classic. And I traded my Golden Sun for a fucking Grave Robber Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is now a common card now. I'm fucking upset about that. I'm gonna have to go cut myself. Yes, I said it. No, I'm not emo. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to cut myself. I might get drunk, but I'm not going to cut myself.
Basically, the reason I bought a Game Boy is for the Pokemon games.
Yeah, same here. And not to mention the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance had good RPGs. Another good reason why I owned that. And Nintendo DS, which is actually something I got somewhere around me. I'm probably sitting on it.
Mine's on the computer tower.
Yeah, I've only went through one DS, and well, the very first game I played for the DS was Metroid Prime Hunters.
Mine was the Mario remake, 64.
Yeah, I believe everybody got that one. I can't really think of a particular reason why I wanted a DS other than just to say I owned one. I didn't think I'd ever get used to the dual screens, but it's really awesome. If you haven't got a DS, pick it up. Pick up a light model. Skip the DSi. Especially if you have a huge collection of Game Boy Advance games. You can't play GBA and... oh no.
Oh, the PSP. Something Lloyd's had a lot of.
I've probably been through 10 PSPs the past 4 or 5 years.
5 of them have been broken because of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, well, the last 3 were broken because of Monster Hunter. The first one and the second one, and then Freedom United. It was just, I love that game to death. I love to grind on that game, but when those monsters manhandle me, I just get really pissed off. The last 2, the UMD drive is just busted out of them, and they're still good for PlayStation downloadable content and
the remakes such as Star Ocean 2, and all that.
Yep. Yeah, PSP is RPG heaven. I like it a lot better than the DS. So I have to pick up another used one sometime.
Yeah, I like the PSP a lot more.
Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. If you haven't played that,
and the Tactics remake,
pick that up. And here's something I don't like.
I've had one, now I got another one.
I had one, it froze because it got too hot, because Microsoft thought it would be a good idea to, instead of adding another fan to it, those heatsink pads. Yeah, I ripped the drive out of mine, and then it got the red ring. So, I only got the console for Oblivion anyway, and here's something Shire knows a lot about.
It's nothing that great, really. I mean, it's got a few good games on it, but Nintendo's kind of losing their power console-base wise, but they're still great handheld.
It's a damn shame they released Resident Evil Dark Chronicles on that piece of shit. I'm actually thinking about getting a Wii just for that.
And Punch-Out!
And Monster Hunter Tri, so I don't think I want to break a Wii to play that, so I'll skip on it.
And PS3. Oh, I've always loved PlayStation, so I have nothing much to say about this. Lloyd's got one recently.
Just a quick comment on these new next-gen games. I've noticed that they've gotten, while at the same time a lot easier, they have gotten a lot more difficult, and they're just under a lot of criticism. and I don't really care for next gen. I can go for days without playing a PlayStation 3, but it's okay.
They're getting a lot of good games now. Heavy Rain, it was great. It really was.
Heavy Rain. Don't get Dante's Inferno. Don't get it.
Get God of War 3 instead.
I wouldn't get that either, but a lot of people would probably prefer that. I don't really care for God of War, not after the first game.
But, yeah, we're running out of time now, so... Any final thoughts?
I would just like for the viewers to, post what comments they grew up, or not comments, consoles they grew up with, whether it's the ones we listed or not. So please leave a comment.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say, so I hope you enjoyed it. This is Shower and Lloyd. Peace out.
Bye!